Okay, guys, welcome back. I'm just going to start putting out a few things. It's obviously only my second video, so uh, mainly it's just going to deal with all these videos that I put out over my channel. It's probably more just going to deal with reloading and pretty much just product reviews of things I have, things that I get new, or however I get them. Like I say, I'm not getting paid by anybody. I'll do an honest review, what I think about it, good, bad, or indifferent. I'll tell you what I think, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I did have something I did want to put out. I know some of you probably do, some of you probably don't. What I was going to tell you was the importance of, in my opinion, of having a reloading data book. Not a reloading manual that has, all the cartridges, all the powder loads. I'm not talking that. What I'm talking is your own personal, like a dedicated notebook of what you load, the powder, the primer, the cases, the case overall length, any kind of crimp you might put on it. Also, did you make a ladder load? How many charges, grain weights, different size shot groups. Did you measure it with a chronograph? Did you measure it? Did you calculate the power factor for your pistols? Anything that you might have calculated, came up with, notes for the round? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you load it again? Did it function good? Anything like that. Like I say, I used to have one of those in moving and shuffling everything from house to house. I lost my old one. It had numerous calibers that I loaded. Who knows where it went. But anyway, I was going to show you just something simple that I do, and that way you might can get a look at it too. So stand by. I'll get this camera turned around and I'll show you what I got. Alright, like I say, I got the camera turned around. Here's what I'm loading. I just kind of, as you can see, what I do is I just kind of write it down. It's nothing major. It doesn't have to be in any kind of set format. You could do it on a sheet of paper like this through a notebook. You could do it through Excel. You can do it through Word. Just whatever you want to do. But this is just what I got. Like I say, I got the powder, the primers, what kind of cases I'm using, what's my average case overall length. I got disc wrote down here because this is still pretty much under development. I ain't really loaded back for it on my Lee Loadmaster with my Pro Auto Disc measure. But once I get that dialed in, I can put that information in. I go with a light crimp. I didn't build a ladder load for this one just because I just kind of picked a 4.6 grains of High Score 700X. As of March 28th of 2019, I hadn't done any accuracy tests. I hadn't done any feet per second, through chrono. And I obviously can't calculate power factor until then. Just from what I did shoot on it, here's my few little notes, that's what I did. But like I say, I've got probably like 400 or 500 rounds of this still loaded up. But once I get it all loaded up, once I get it to the range and I can actually get a chronograph on it, then I can load up. I can put some more information in. Like I said, that was for 115 grain round nose berry bullets. Here's one that I've actually built up that's still got to go to the range. That in my previous video that I did that I still got to take to the range. Anyway, this was for a 147 grain flat point blues bullet under 9mm. Like I said, I've got information what I can put in so far, that way I can go and calculate the rest of it later. Here's one for a 223 68 grain Hornady hollow point boat-tail match bullet. I was using 2000 MR, just mixed range brass. Case overall 2.250. Not a real heavy crimp, just a real light crimp, and I got my ladder load built. When I take this one to the range this Thursday, I'm also going to shoot it for accuracy, shoot it for feet per second. We'll go from there. You know, that way then I can add in some notes down here for a little bit after. Same bullet, BCL2. I've also got it take to the range, same kind of thing. Nothing major. 115 grain round nose berry bullet. I actually did this one at 5 grains powder. Hadn't took it to the range to do any accuracy tests on it. I've shot this one. It shoots probably, in my opinion, it shoots very similar to Winchester 115 grain full metal jacket from the factory that you can actually buy at Walmart. You know, 100 round white box. Overall, it functions real good. I've also got one for a Hornady XTP hollow point 115 grain using Hodgdon HS6. We've shot this one, but not too much, just to kind of test it. We ain't mixed up too much. It's what I actually carry in my Glock 43 at the moment. I do know these perform. We've shot them for functionality. We've also shot them in a gel block, and they do perform extremely well. So, got those. Also working on one from a buddy with 55 grain Hornady VMAX. I couldn't remember everything we put in there. I did get a hold of him to remember what we did to it, so I got to put that in. Like I say, those are the ones that I have right now. As I load for other calibers, I'm also going to put those in there and go back and fill all this stuff in at a later date. But like I say, when you go to do all this, and as you know, reloading is all about consistency. This is just another tool to help you do with your consistency. So keep this in mind if you ain't got one done. Just get you a dedicated one subject notebook from Walmart or even the dollar store. That's what this one is. Just an El Cheapo, probably $1 book and an old pencil. That'll help you out a whole lot. I hope you enjoy.